expressing hopes and wishes. Okay, I like this section. Let's listen. 28 seconds 12.
All right. This is a fun section. This is a fun section because I really like using this. I found it really useful, important section. So let's jump into expressing hopes and wishes in Japanese. When you want to express that you hope that something happens for someone else, use the short form, whether it's of a verb or whatever, and to ii desu ne, or to ii ne, you can drop the this to make it more casual. If this happens. Short form to ii ne, it would be good if that thing happened. So this to particle is if. It would be good if something happened. But the use or I wish for something to happen for someone else. To say that you hope for something to happen to you, you use to in desu ga or to in dakedo for the slightly less polite version. The reason for that is it's kind of presumptive. It's too direct for Japanese people. So in desu ga, I doubt it will. It adds some sort of doubt to it and makes it a little less. It takes off some of that straightforwardness to it.
Okay, so the structure is this. You're gonna make a short form statement describing the what you hope and adding this plus to particle. So just you quote what you hoped. ブラブラブラといいですね。ブラブラブラといいね。And if it's you hope your own action, on the other hand, you're gonna say といいんですが、といいんだけど。In the video, he also mentioned that it would be super weird. For example, Yukiko さん、勉強がうまくいくといいですね。That's normal. 勉強がうまくいくといいですね。I mentioned to Yukiko as a person. But it's really weird. 私のドイツ語の勉強がうまくいくといいですね。He just said, I don't know, but it's really weird. We don't say that. They don't say that. That's he said. But I think that you can explain perfectly why it doesn't go well. It doesn't go that way.
Okay. So maybe when Japanese people talking about yourself, so their self, so tend to use humble expression, and so desu ga is negative, so like but, so negative, it sounds negative, sounds negative, so we usually use like this sounds.
Okay, why I cannot say ドイツ語の勉強がうまくいくといいですね。Why I can't?
Okay. So this is like so sounds positive. Sounds positive. So いくといいですね。
Sounds
Yeah.
positive. That's your reason. Try hard. You can do this.
So we don't usually and tell. So for example,
Okay, if you're not sure, let's break it down. Okay.
Okay. Can I hear me?
Yes. Okay, so うまくいくといいです is a sentence, right? ゆきこさんの勉強がうまくいくといいです。Is it okay to say? Or unlikely?
うん。うん。Okay to say?
Can I say that? ゆきこさんの勉強がうまくいくといいです。Could I say that? Does that sentence works? ゆきこさんの勉強がうまくいくといいです。
Okay. いいですね。
Okay, my point is, do you need a net particle in this section's grammar?
いいですね。
Yeah, today's internet is really tough. Do you need a net particle?
Okay.
Or I don't need.
Do you need a particle? うまくいくといいです。うまくいいですね。いいです。
ゆきこ
いい
さんの
ですね。
ゆきこさんの勉強がうまくいくといいですね。Can I say? ゆきこさんの勉強がうまくいくといいです。
Yeah, you can say that.
No, my point is likely or unlikely.
I don't know. Unlikely? So
Unlikely,
this is
obviously, we
possible?
don't hear, we don't hear. It's possible. So if we talk about grammatically fine, right? Because grammar doesn't tell the context or meaning. That's why grammatically, of course, you can say that without ne particle, and still grammatically structure works. But this is expressing hopes and wishes, so to whom? Then you are expressing hopes or wishes to the listener. That's why you have this hope. ゆきこさんの勉強がうまくいくといい。But by adding name particle which seeks agreement to the listener, then you kind of like successfully express your hope. Because essentially you do not hope something listener do not hope. So if listener do not agree,
Sorry, I cannot understand.
try
What do
again.
you, okay.
ゆきこさんの
I
勉
cannot
強が
understand.
うまくいくといいです is my hope. But why
うん。
I say because I express my hope to you, listener Yukiko. ゆきこさんに聞いてほしい。But like why I express my hope for others? Because I think that's like a good information for them or giving some positive statement to the listeners. 聞いてる人にポジティブに受け取ってほしいから。So I mean, I am saying like a listener's like positive like outcome statement. So it has to be agreed by listener. ゆきこさんがもし勉強うまくいかなくていいんですけど What if you say what if you think that then my wish is really meaningless, right? I don't need to wish something you don't wish. 私がゆきこさんが思ってないゆきこさんが望んでないことをウィッシュするの変でしょ変じゃん。So usually when you express hopes, you assume the listener hopes already. それはゆきこさんが思ってると私が思ってるから言うんだよね。ゆきこさん勉強がうまくいくといいと思ってる。私もそう思ってる。だから、I follow you and I also wish with you だよ。That's why net particle is needed. Because you're making sure your statement is like agreeable to the listeners. Because this is like the condition, like expressing hopes. You want hope because you want to make listeners happy. Then if you hope something, listener do not hope. It's just corrupts, right? 聞いてる人が望んでることを
途中で、
聞いてる人にね、あ、この人きっとこんなことがこうなってほしいと思ってるんだな。だから、あ、私もそうなってほしい。私も同じように思うよ。のねだよね。そう。I only hope because you hope. I don't hope if you don't hope.
I agree with that.
So,
多分賛成するの。
yeah, so my statement has to be agreed by you. Otherwise, really meaningless. もしゆきこさんがそう思ってないんだったら、これはホープじゃないよね、もはや。So, the Nepalic is fundamental from the beginning. It is needed. ゆきこさんの勉強がうまくいくといい。That's what I perceived. And it has to be with Nepalico to seek agreement because you are not just stating your thing. It's not your thing actually. You are receiving listeners' hope. And oh yeah, I agree that. I hope to for you too. 私もあなたのそのウィッシュうまくいくといいと思う。だから you always have to put names in fact. Genki textbook explain this grammar with ne ending particle. Ne is needed. Okay, then think about yourself. Okay, you are hoping your English learning goes well. Do you need to make it like a seeking agreement? Do you need a ne particle specifically?
Or not always.
Okay, I would say completely not. Why I have to hope and seek agreement for others, my own hope. Of course, if you are others' wish, you need agreement because otherwise your hope is pointless. But if you hope yourself, it's your decision. And there is no need to seek other people's agreement. Why you seek agreement first place? That you only can generate yourself, and nobody can agree that nobody can agree your hope because it's your hope. Your essential activity.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's super wrong because if you think about the net particles, this function seeking agreement, it's super clear why you don't need to say or you can't say net particle in the end. And think about your hoping situation. Why you hope? Because you expect some obstacles there, right? Otherwise, you don't hope the good outcomes. So, that's why どうしてホープするの？どうして勉強がうまくいくといいと思うの？だって勉強が難しいんだもん。You find some obstacles. 難しいって思うことがある。だから、you hope yourself. That's why when you hope, always you want to imply there are some obstacles with using this ga particle. But so this ga particle
Obstacle, what's that?
障害
Is
difficulties.
okay.
Okay. Why do you hope? Because you see difficulties or obstacles to do it. So you already have negative factor. You already have negative factors. That's why you you want to hope things goes well, hope things goes well. So if you don't see any obstacles, you don't hope it because you assume it's gonna happen. So that's why these difficulties, obstacles, in order to imply, you use ga particle. So yes, you have negative factor obviously, because that is because you very beginning action. If you hope, you have a reason to hope. You have a reason, like some negative factor you have. That's why you hope, right? That's why if you use this.
So because it is difficult.
そう。難しいからホープするんだよね。で、だから自分がホープするときはもちろん you likely to imply your difficulty as well. That's why you usually, when you say, 勉強がうまくいくといいですが, but instead, since you are hoping your difficulties, like your succession, like in front of listeners, that means that you want to share this topic. That's why you want to use this nda grammar to emphasize your topic, to direct conversation towards this your topic, your hope. That's why the others you don't have to emphasize. First of all, you are not sure. That's why what's your job is seeking agreement, making sure this hope is, of course, listeners' hope in the first place. So you need ne particle, and you necessarily don't need this. Even Yukiko さんの勉強がうまくいくといいんですね is wrong. You know, you have to make sure to agreeable. This is agreeable first place. So you cannot use this grammar. So you have not the position of like you can emphasize this statement yet. You have to make agreement first. So you can't use this. On the other hand, if you hope your own self, it's your hope. It's already determined. It's already confirmed. It's on that you can generate. So you can likely to use emphasizing by this grammar, and also you're likely to add your difficulties like implication, like implies. Okay. Oh my gosh, now you stop all the time. That's it. The third topic. It was interesting. Good job. Is there anything you want to add or question? No?
I don't have any question.
Okay. The one thing Andy mentioned in this chapter is you gonna use potential for your hope. Okay. 例えば、ドイツ語の勉強がうまくいくといいんですが OK いいですね This is wrong, right? Okay. Because it's 私 So the sentence is here 私のドイツ語の勉強がうまくいくといいですが add が particle add んです for emphasizing 私のドイツ語の勉強がうまくいくといいんですが This works because うまくいく is an intransitive verb. That's why good. So, but generally speaking, if it's your action, it's not intransitive. So, 勉強が OK 例えば日本に行けるといいんですが Instead of 日本に行くWhen it is a transitive action, you have an agency. You can decide what to do. So you don't need to hope 日本に行くといい right? But if you can't control, then you hope. But 例えば、Yukiko さんが日本に行くといいです。Because you are not Yukiko, so you cannot control Yukiko's action of going or not. Okay, but get back to your story. Myself, your own self. You decide. You have agency. You decide what to do, on what to do. So 日本に行くといいんですが is so wrong because you can do that. You can decide to go. But what you can't do is if there's a difficulties, then for the first time you can hope. That's why verb usually makes with potential. 日本に行けるといいんですが、チケットが高いんです。日本に行くといいんですが、is so wrong. That's the one topic, like a one point Andy mentioned. Okay, that's been said. はい、みんながよく理解できたらいいんですが、理解してくれたらいいんですが、どうですか？難しかったですね。頑張りましたね。はい。ゆきこさん、1時間半喋ってしまいましたね。It was so hard today. It was really bad reception. Yeah. But this reception インターネットのコネクションのこと、レセプションというね。レセプト受け取るで。これでも今日のトピック、めっちゃ文法のことがなんかもういっぱいありすぎて、そう思わない？難しかったと思わない？もう
難しいと思います。
だから
難しかったと思う。最後のところ、いけるやつどういうことかわからなかった私。なんか自動詞、他動詞。
でも言わないでしょ。例えば
私忘れてる。
日本イントランジティブ自動詞、トランジティブ多動詞ですけど、日本に行くといいんですがとか、例えば言わないでしょ。絶対日本に行けるといいんですがって言うでしょ。日本に行くといいんですが、今日昼ご飯食べるといいんですが言わないでしょ。まずいいですというのはホープだから、ホープする理由が必要なの。なんでそう思ったの？なんでホープしようと思ったの？で、ホープする理由が必要で、ホープするってことは難しいってことだよ。で、最初から。だからががいつもいるんだよ。ほとんどがを使うんだよ。で、難しいから、だから普通にできることは普通に普通のディクショナリーフォームね。日本に行く。ピザ食べる。買い物する。できることはポテンシャル。使わなくていい。買い物行く。でも行くといい。ホープしてるんだから難しいんでしょ。難しいってことはできたらいいって思ってるんでしょ。だからいつもポテンシャル。日本に行けるといいんですが。勉強がうまくいく。勉強がうまくいくっていうのは、on the other hand, subject is not you. It's a 勉強 goes well、だからこれポテンシャルにしなくてもいいのはイントランジティブ自動詞だからだよ。普通は例えば泳ぐといいんですがじゃなくて泳げるといいんですが、寒くないといいな、泳ぐといいんですか言わない。泳ぐっていうのは your decision, you have agency、 自分で決められる。みんな自分の行動、泳ぐか泳がないか、
泳げるといいんですが。
でもポテンシャルポス
食べれるといいんです。
そう、食べれるといいんですが、implies some difficulty。 食べれないかもしれない、美味しくないかもしれない、辛いかもしれない、冷たいかもしれない。だから hoping。
でもトランジティブですね。
食べれるといいんですが、
食べれる。
食べれる、食べれるといいんですが、食べられるといいんですが、裏抜き言葉、right? So it means like you're hoping potential action。
トランジティブとイントランジティブは関係ない？トランジティブ関係ある？
自動詞、自分でするアクションしか、可能形、ポテンシャルにできないよ。
でも食べられるといいんですが、うどんが食べられるといいんですが、うなぎが食べられる。日本に行った時うなぎが食べられる。
Hope I can eat うなぎ。Hope I can eat うどん。So it's potential。
でもこれはトランジティブです。
そうです、そうです。いや、全部。トランジティブだからポテンシャルにしてね。そういうこと合ってるよ。そう、トランジティブだからポテンシャルにしてね。もしうまくいくといいみたいなイントランジティブだったら、 心配しなくていいよって。反対じゃない今思ってるの。そう。だから食べるはトランジティブだからポテンシャルにしてね。行くはトランジティブだからポテンシャルにしてね。
あー。
OK。わからなかったらまた後でまた話そうね。Thank you for coming today. So Yukiko, I think I should let you go. So we're gonna work on lesson 17
といいんで
next
すが、
week.
行くといいんですが。行くって同じじゃない。
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Subject is 勉強。勉強 goes well. It's intransitive sentence. It's not your sentence. You know, transitive is your action. The who goes Japan is 私, right? So yeah, 行く is same verb, but
いや。
勉強 goes well. Others, like kind of. 私のドイツの勉強がうまくいくといいんですが。So this is
なるほど
intransitive.
ね。
That's why you don't need potential. うまくいけるなんて誰も言わない。うまくいけるなんて聞いたことない。いつも自分じゃないんだよ。これは自分じゃないアクション。
確かに。
行くのは自分だよ。だから日本に行けるといいんですが。そうだね。My choice of verbs here is really, really difficult. Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, 行く is, so I categorize the transitive. No. 行く is categorized in transitive.
You have to see the
My
structure.
case. So,
Who goes? Things goes, not
そうだ
you.
ね。
例えば、日本語がわかるといいんですが。
走る。
Okay. I add one more. 日本語が、例えばね、わかるといいんですが。わかる is intransitive. It's not your action. 日本語がわかる the phenomena, state. So, there is no need potential. 一緒でしょ変でしょ日本語が分かれるといいんですが。Why 変 Because intransitive doesn't have potential. So we don't usually think because we just know that when we use and when we don't use. So we don't have to like categorize it into the grammatical like structure. But if you break it down, this is a structure. 面白いよね。
break down, what's the mean? どういう意味ですか？
ブレイクダウンは壊して中身見せることだよ。Here's my breakdown. こういう中身です。みたいな。So what we discussed today is a lot of
なるほどね。
a lot of Japanese people do not understand the structure. みんなそれは理解してない。That's why they don't break down or they can't break down. And you don't have to be able to break down. But if I think that my help learning, that's why I do break down. And as a Japanese teacher, I think it's really good. At least you try to break it down. Because there's a reason why others you can't use ne particle. Why to yourself you usually use ga particle. If you think you can break it down and you can see that like big this like foundation of grammar, then you can more encourage your students to use it because it's more clearer for learners when to use, when not to use. But here's my question. You don't have to go. I think you have to go, right? It's time.
Yeah, I have to go. Yeah.
So you can text me if you have further question, okay? Thank you. But we're gonna work on lesson 17 next week, okay?